Hey everyone, if you guys want easy hipfire kills in Modern Warfare, then make sure you stay tuned. Before we get started, I just want to quickly say that if you find this useful, feel free to leave a like, it really helps me out and it helps other people find the video. And make sure to check out the playlist in the description with other Modern Warfare camo guides. If you like what you see, you're welcome to subscribe with your post notifications turned on so you don't miss any of my upcoming Modern Warfare videos. Anyway, let's get right into it. So for the camo challenges, you need to get a number of hipfire kills on your weapon. With assault rifles, this is 75 hipfire kills. With SMGs, this is 100. So it can vary slightly between each weapon. Hipfire kills are when you kill an enemy by firing from the hip of the weapon, so not actually aiming down sight. The kind of modes I'd suggest you guys use would be ones like hardcore TDM, hardcore domination, and then possibly also free-for-all. The reason why I say hardcore is because when you're firing from the hip, your weapon is less accurate, it's going to take more bullets to get a kill, and so if you're in hardcore, the enemy's health is really low, and so all you have to do is just point the weapon at the enemy and it shouldn't take too many bullets to kill them. In terms of maps, you're going to be wanting ones with close quarter combat engagements, so that's going to be maps like Piccadilly, Gunrunner, Hackney Yard, St. Petrograd, that kind of thing. I'm going to quickly show you guys an example class setup with the types of attachments you're going to want to add to your weapon. So in my class, I went for the 5mW laser. This is a strong laser beam, and this not only allows you to visualize where the gun is pointing, but it also improves the hipfire accuracy with the weapon. I then also put on the Merc Grip on the underbarrel, and this helps to control the recoil, and it also improves hipfire accuracy, which is exactly what we want. And because you're going to be using more bullets, I decided to increase the ammunition, so I put on a 50 round mag. On top of this, I put on a muzzle compensator, and this was just so that you can control the recoil a little bit more as well. And then finally, as a perk for this weapon, I put on sleight of hand. This is just so that you can reload faster, so that you're less likely to die while you're going for these kills. The secondary doesn't matter, it doesn't help you get these hipfire kills, so don't focus on the secondary at all. Now in terms of perks, you're going to want to put on Scavenger for perk 1. This is just so that you can pick up more ammo. Again, you're going through more ammo, so it helps if you can replenish it off dead enemies. I also put on Hardline in perk 2, and this was just because it makes kill streaks a little bit easier to earn because they're 1 point cheaper, and so when we use our UAV, you can find more enemies and get more hipfire kills. And so if we can get the UAV a little bit sooner by having to get less kills, then it just makes it easier. I then put on Tracker for perk 3, and this just allows you to see enemy footprints. So if you ever see that red footprint trail from the enemy, you know which direction they're going in, you can then follow them and get the hipfire kill on them. For the lethal, you don't need to worry about this. I just left it as a frag grenade, but again, it doesn't help with the hipfire kills, so ignore it. And then for the tactical, I put on a stun grenade. This just means that you can use it to stun enemies, and while they're stunned, it makes it easier to come up to them and shoot them with your weapon. In terms of kill streaks, like I said, we're going to be putting on the personal radar and then also the UAV, so just the non-lethal kill streaks. And then for field upgrades, I put on Dead Silence, just so it makes your footsteps quiet and so you can sneak up on enemies easier without them hearing you, and that helps with getting these kills. So in terms of the special tips, you want to make sure that you keep the laser pointed straight ahead at all times to wherever the enemy is going to be. So if you're going around a corner, your laser on the side of your weapon should actually reflect that. So make sure it's always pointing where the enemy is going to be if they come up to you. And that just makes it quicker to actually aim at them to get the kill if there's actually an enemy there. So you want to always expect enemies around corners, up and down stairs. Now, kind of like when you go to the swimming pool, you need to try and make sure not to run, and you should try and walk around the map as much as possible. The reason for this is because if you're sprinting, your weapon is going to go with you up and down, and so your aim is going to be completely off. And if you see an enemy, you then have to stop running and wait for your gun to go back to the original position. That takes time, and in that time you can die, especially if it's in hardcore. So when you walk, your gun pretty much constantly stays aimed to where you want it, and therefore it's easier to get kills when you come across enemies. Now, if you are seeing some enemies at the longer kind of ranges, you can obviously try getting hipfire kills with them, but if it doesn't work, why don't you try tapping the trigger rather than holding it down? That way, your gun isn't kicking up right into the air due to a bunch of recoil. And similarly, you can also change the fire mode to make it single shot or burst shots rather than fully automatic. Again, that just helps with the recoil to make it easier to get those hipfire kills. I'd also just say make sure you don't ever aim down sight, because then obviously you're not going to get the hipfire kills. And similarly, make sure you don't use any attachments or anything relating to aiming down sight. For example, don't put any reticles on the weapon because you're not going to be using them. Don't put stock on, that kind of thing. If there's any tips you guys can think of that I've not thought of, make sure you leave them down below in the comment section to help everyone else going for the challenge. And if you found it useful, I'd really appreciate it if you guys let me know by leaving a like. And if you guys want to subscribe as well with your post notifications turned on, you guys would be extra awesome as well. Feel free to check out the playlist in the description with all the other camo guys, but that's it from me. Thanks for watching the video, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one.